when you go to a restaurant or you fancy something to eat, dirty kebab or things like that, do you have a look at the menu before you go to somewhere?
Yeah, I have a look at the menu.
Okay. Why do you have a look at the menu first?
Well, you need to know what you're going to order.
Okay. So you like to go somewhere and know that what they're serving is something that you want to eat.
Yeah.
Cool. Makes perfect sense. I think 99% of people at least know what the cuisine is before they go somewhere. That's exactly the same with recruitment agencies and hiring. If you are a recruitment agency and you don't show what candidates that you are working with or who you're representing, it's the same analogy as with a restaurant. Restaurants show what's on the menu because they then can decide if you're going to eat at that restaurant or not. And let's face it, recruiters are a bit like restaurants. If you do not have somebody that they want to hire, they'll just go to another recruitment agency and just keep going around until they find somebody. The same with restaurant. If they don't serve the food that you want to eat, then you'll just keep going until to somewhere where you do want to eat. And it's the same analogy, really. You have to show people what it is that you're working with. Otherwise, you're just wasting your own time. Welcome to Viral Recruiters, where we help recruiters, directors, owners, and marketers with their marketing. Everything that we talk about should bring in more candidates, more clients, more consultants, and everything that a recruitment agency needs. I'm Rich Gibbard, founder of RecBound. Hope you enjoy the show.
So what's the point in speccing out a candidate?
So going back to my restaurant analogy, it's to show off your main courses, basically show the kind of people that you're working with.
Right.
Quite often, the people that you place are a solution to a problem that somebody has, whether it is they need to develop something faster, or they need to sell more, or they just need projects to be completed. Quite often, the person that they hire is the solution to their problem.
Okay.
And so by you demonstrating, hey, I'm working with this person, it's you demonstrating, hey, this is my solution to your problem.
Okay, nice. So who do you spec out candidates to?
Always to hiring managers.
Mm-hmm.
Always spec out to potential hiring managers. You should have, and there will be other episodes in this called managing your database lists. So if you haven't subscribed, please make sure you do subscribe. However, when it comes to specking out candidates, what you should have is basically a huge list of, and I'm talking, when I say huge, not 20 or 30, hundreds, if not bordering on thousands, really, of potential hiring managers that would or could or have hired that person before. So hypothetically, let's say you place project managers, and those project managers are experts in the retail industry. You should have a database or a list that's full of program directors and basically directors who would hire these kind of people, including CEOs, founders, whoever this person would report into. And you should constantly be taking out your good candidates to these because, yes, do you know what? 1 in 100 might, 99 out of 100 won't be looking right now. 1 in 100 will. The problem is if you are too fussed about the 99 out of 100, you won't even get that one. So in terms of frequency, you should be doing probably at least 50 business development emails per day.
Okay. So how often then? Just 50 to 100 a day?
It depends on how big that list is at the beginning. Right. And so if you've got a super tight niche in terms of what you're going at, and what I mean by that is if there are literally only 100 prospects for you to work with, then getting a daily email is probably a bit OTT. If you have only got 100, then I'm guessing that a lot of your role will be around delivery, or you're dealing with the high end of the market. Otherwise, if you've got a large list of, let's say, 1,000 prospects that you could work with, then if you're doing 50 business development emails per working day, then trying to do some quick maths here, that's 20 working days.
Right. Okay.
Which to get through that list, and so that's roughly a month. So you're contacting your prospects once a month with somebody who you think could add value to their business.
So what if you don't have the candidates to spec out?
Just make them up. No, I joke. I know that there are some companies that will make them up. There are some companies that don't do that. I think the reality is that if you are a specialist in that sector that you're doing, then you will have candidates. You don't make up candidates for a niche that you're working in.
Right.
If you've not, again, it's like going to a head chef of a French restaurant who's doing amazing dinner and saying, "Can you make me a egg on toast?" Well, they just can do that. They just can, and so you'll have candidates that can just go out to these companies all the time.
Yeah.
I would strongly recommend that you find a candidate first before you just make one up, because making one up, it just quickly unravels very, very quickly. So do go to the market, in all seriousness, with a genuine person who can genuinely add genuine value. So
what tools do you use for speccing out?
So good tools that are recruitment specific right now would be the likes of Source Whale. Interseller, I think, is very similar. You could use things like the Loxo's inbuilt email sending drip. It's any kind of new business drip tool. There are other ones that aren't recruitment specific, like Lemlist, QuickMail. To be honest with you, there's about a squillion of them, to be fair.
Okay.
But any of these tools where you can just set up a drip campaign, and rather than it sending 50 emails all at, say, 9 o'clock in the morning, every 10 minutes, one will just get sent out. And so it's really good for your email sending and email deliverability, really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we've talked about the who and the why, but where do you get the data from to form these lists?
So check out the episode on where to find data from.
Right.
That is coming right up, so make sure you subscribe. I've had 2 plugs for subscribing on this one, so please make sure you do subscribe. When it comes to data, there are different tools that you can. So you can use a company like ours, where we have trusted, vetted partners who go out and find hiring managers for you. If you did want to do it yourself, then there are tools like SalesQL, Lusher, or SalesQL. Basically, one of these tools, Apollo, ZoomInfo, just the plugins, where if you're on LinkedIn, that you get the sliding thing comes out. And if you don't know that, then you probably need a bit more experience in recruitment. But it's definitely look at tools like SalesQL and Lusher, where they'll just spit back the contact information back to you.
Okay. What sort of results have you seen from speccing out candidates before?
Well, this is why, if there is any doubt that you should be speccing out candidates, if they're lingering, then you should absolutely spec out candidates, because we've helped numerous companies break their record fees by taking in senior candidates. So rather than dealing with an average developer, go to the founders with CTOs, go to the founders with heads of sales, go to the founders with board level people, and you'll find that you can get big fees that way. So we've had one fee was 150 grand plus.
Nice.
Which I think has bought them a retirement property in a different country in terms of the fee. Last year, we helped somebody break their company record fee as well, which I think was circa 60 grand sterling.
Brilliant.
As well. And it just happens it just regularly happens all the time, month in, month out, day in, day out. So every day, today, we're recording today this is a Monday when we're recording it. This morning alone, we work with quite a lot of companies, but just one person had 3 different people on a Monday morning before 9 o'clock saying, "Yes, I'm interested, send me more info." So they're coming in on a Monday morning to potentially 3 different new clients that they'd never done work with before, just based on taking candidates out to market. And so ranging from huge fees from 150 grand all the way down to people saying, "Yes, damn, tell me some more," and getting that first hook in. It's an absolute no-brainer that you should be sending your candidates out and speccing your candidates to market. And I can't, for the life of me, see a reason why you wouldn't want to put good people in front of good companies. Other stats that you could look into as well. So when you send out a newsletter, mail blast, everyone says, you should be aiming for 15 to 20% open rate. When it comes to these one-to-one drip emails, you should actually be looking at 40 to 50% open rate. You should be looking at 1 to 2% reply rate. Right. And so that way, your emails get opened a lot more. And because they look personal, instead of just you're one of a million, you've got more chance of them coming back to you that way. So apart from the big revenue plus and people coming back first thing in the morning with leads, The little bits of data there means open rates, reply rates, things like that, definitely worth looking into. So that's why you should spec out your candidates. If you aren't taking your candidates to market, if you don't have time, normally the biggest challenge is that you've not got time to do it, then please give me a shout, drop me a message. We are well structured here and well proven at opening doors through email marketing. We'll be in a fantastic position to help. I know I've plugged twice already to subscribe. If you haven't subscribed or hit the like button now, this is the third and final attempt of this episode. So yeah, hit like, subscribe, comment, and catch you on the next one.